Well, hello out there. I want to follow up a bit on that, on this whole business about training a bird and restraint, and kind of state the obvious, I guess, for most of you, and that is, we do the very same thing, it seems to me. Those of us, those of us who, have their birds, we train our birds in the house, tethered to a bow perch in the living room, around the television, the dogs and all that sort of stuff. Or Cooper's hawk on a pole perch, which I've done a number of times in the same area. We're doing basically the same thing as having the restraints on the hawk in the marketplace there. Except that's a bit more magnified, as you can imagine. But it's the same sort of thing. The big difference, though, is, in my opinion anyway, is the restraint. I think psychologically, in a situation like that, where the bird cannot move, cannot fly, can't do anything. I mean, he or she just has to kind of absorb it and take it in, and that sort of thing. I think there's a big difference between that and having the bird in the house on a perch because of the baiting. I think that baiting, even though they're not going anywhere, I definitely feel that is psychologically it makes a difference than being fully restrained and not being able to do anything. I just really do, and I wanted so much to see how that would materialize during the course of the training, but that didn't happen, as you know, and so now I really wonder about this whole video. It's really I like to do stuff that maybe sheds a little light on something, or it's something you don't see all the time, something like that. Like training the Coopers and training the late trapped red tail, attempting to train a gyrfalcon, stuff like that. That has it's a little bit beyond the ordinary, I guess, that you see anyway on videos. But now we're at a point where, it's all about training this hawk out of the mews, albeit a temporary mews, but still, that's what it's all about. And of course, this has been done before. Not necessarily in a mews like this, because it's, as I say, a temporary one. But it's nothing new there either. So I'm a bit dissuaded, I guess is the word, from going on with the video. Or if I do, it's not going to be, the whole training thing, that's for sure, because that'd be a waste of time. So I guess what we'll do at this point, what I'm going to do is I'll just play it by ear. Like this, today we'll go out there and I'll get the bird and I'll try to feed it for the first time. And I tried it yesterday and it was pretty close, so I'm hoping today, he'll eat and you'll be able to see that. Beyond that, I don't know. I'll probably do a video of him on that first free flight. That's always exciting, regardless. And then, assuming he comes back, I will attempt, if when I get to Arizona, if he turns on the jacks, I'll definitely attempt to video some of that and share it with you. But I just definitely don't see any need to film the training of a red tail. I mean, I just can't envision me doing that. This bird is just too much out there on that. So Anyway, that's where I'm at. So let's go get the rascal and see if we can't get in the... All right, so here we go. I apologize for the this camera. You know, it's hard to get it set at the right angle for what it is you want to do. At least I found that to be the case. So if it's at the wrong angle, well, it's at the wrong angle. Here we go. Go out here and get the old bird. There he is. Hopefully you can see him sitting up here saying, "Where you been, Bill?" I got to get something out of my shoe here. Looks like I picked up a little something. All right, how you been, bud? You been pretty good? Huh? You been pretty good? Let me get the... Where is it? You got it hiding? Do you have it hiding back there? Alright, well, come on. Let's get you on out of here. Come on. That paw up there. The other one up. There we go. We're on our way, buddy. We're on our way. Out here and see what we can do with the old birdie. All right, there we go. We got to wait on him first. Oh, by the way, aren't these beautiful flowers? They're starting to wilt a little bit right now, but Linda had a birthday not long ago, and I bought them. I didn't have a vase, so they're in a beer glass. But it's the thought, as they say. It's the thought. Here we go. Let's get on in here. We can turn that off. All right, bud. Here we go. All right. You ready? Looky you. Look at you. Ain't you a sweetie? Ain't you a sweetie? I hope you guys can see him all right. Yeah. Ain't you a baby? You gonna bait? Huh? You're starting to bait more. I always think that's a good sign because you know, they're becoming more, they're not so entranced upon you, and they're becoming more receptive, I guess. I don't know. Who knows? Here, let me turn this on first. We'll see what we can get going here. Come on, get your paw up there. There we go. All right, let's see what you weigh. What do you think? Well, boys and girls, it's looking like 34.5, something like that. All right, let's see, 34.5. And it was at 39.3. 34.5, 39.3. It looks like about, whoa, 5 ounces. Is that right? Oh. Whoa, is that right? 34. Yeah, pretty much. So, I would think this bird would eat today. That's what I'm a-thinking. That's what I'm a-thinking, bud. Let me sit here with him a little bit, if you don't mind, folks. And again, I'm hoping you can see him. I think I have this set right. I never know, to be honest. But I'm hoping I do. So he's sitting there. He still is uncomfortable around me, as you can see. He's got his little hackles up. Tail feathers are still extended out a little bit. he's better. He's better. Actually, it's taken longer than I thought with for a younger bird like this. But that's the way it is. All right, let me just get the ball rolling here. The damn baby chick is colder than hell because I just got it out of the refrigerator. I forgot to get it out. But I'm hoping we can get him to partake. All right, come on, bud. There you go. Yum. There we go. Hope you guys can see this. Good, huh? Well, there you go, folks. You hopefully saw him eating. I don't know. Hopefully you did. So now we're on a roll. What I do, he needs to lose a little more weight. So what I'm going to do is, rather than feed him, say 24 hours from now, I will, which would be tomorrow at this time, of course, I will feed him tomorrow, like this is in the morning, so I'll feed him tomorrow in the evening. And that will bring a little more weight out of him. And then we'll go from there. But at least he's got got some food in him. That always makes me feel good. And some moisture. That's the important thing, as you all know. I've been spraying him with the spray bottle. I don't know if I mentioned this on here or not. But you got to be really careful with that, I think. Because spraying him, when I say spraying him, spraying his beak, and then he will, as you know, open up and eventually, and then I get some water in there. But you got to be careful, in my opinion, because if that water gets in the trachea and down into his lungs, that's not good. That then is a recipe for disaster in the form of bacteria and lung problems and all kinds of mean, nasty, and ugly things. So I'm just really kind of cautious about that. So anyway, at least he's got some food in him now, and I'm sure he appreciates that. And we've got what was he at? I forget now. 34 something, right? 34.5. So we're gonna have to take at least another half ounce out of him, I think, to get him to start flying and start hopping to the fist. So he'd be down to 34. I probably eventually be able to fly him at 34, but I'm gonna have to probably start off at about 33. I'm guessing here. You understand? Who knows? But anyway, there you go. There you go. I better sign off here. Adios, if I can find the sign off thing. Oh, it's up here. No, that's not it. I know it's hiding up here somewhere. I can't see it.